Your mind controls every aspect of your life. Whether you know it or not, your mind soaks up your surroundings and different things that you have been exposed to and uses that as a reference to your actions and your outlook on life. In my biography, first paper, second paper, peer review, and self-revision process, and wild card, I show how the mind affects the body's actions. Although our mind is the steering wheel to our behavior, there are ways to free our minds. My writing skills were also controlled heavily by my mind. Before starting college, my teachers made me pre-write and plan every part of my writing process. Now, I never have to pre-write or use a supplement exercise while writing. Once given a topic, I'm able to let my mind take over and just let the words flow onto the paper. Now that I am approaching the end of this semester, I now know that this is the best way to write a paper. In my biography, you get to see my mind work best because it is totally free. Although I was given a topic which was writing about me, it was a really broad topic because there are a lot of things that have happened in my life. I wanted to show my audience how my mind works in my biography because I believe the best way to get to know someone is to learn how they think. If you really want to learn how someone thinks, you should look at their blogs and statuses on social websites. Usually on these websites, the mind is the freest because you don't care about the spelling and grammar. All you care about is expressing your feelings or explaining your perspective on things. This is exactly why I put different pieces from my blogs and made a biography about my mind. Although my first paper was much more structured than my biography, you still get a chance to see how the mind takes over the human body. It allows the body to do things based on previous things that the mind has picked up over time. In Horace, it is apparent that the Mexicans in this poem has previously been exposed to Americans that have done things and didn't get punished for them. Therefore, they tend to judge the American boys that killed the horse based on what they were exposed to. When you judge someone based on the culture they are from, it is impossible to understand that person for who he or she truly is. I know that people are grouped together because they may believe in the same things or have the same practices, but everyone within a particular cultural group are not the same. People are different because everyone has not seen, heard, or been exposed to the same things. Therefore, everyone has their own outlook on life. Unlike the Mexicans in Horace, people should try to understand each other instead of talk about and judge one another. Like the Mexicans in Horace, I am also quick to judge people or places sometimes. I feel when everyone first goes into an experience, they tend to judge what is going to happen before things actually start to happen. This semester, I learned it is better to walk into a new experience with a free mind. When you have preconceived notions about something you are getting ready to do, then you are setting yourself up not to fully enjoy it. I learned this while volunteering at the food bank. At first, when I got there, all I could think about is how much I hated being there. Therefore, I initially picked out all the things that were wrong with the place. When I finally decided to free my mind and not think about the mousetraps and my surroundings, I finally realized what I was doing, which was sorting food to be distributed to impoverished people, was bigger than my judgments about the place. This experience also strengthened my writing skills because I learned that the best thoughts come from a free mind. I feel that the best way to start writing for me is to not pre-write like all my teachers have been telling me, but instead to open my mind and heart and just let the pencil flow. Judging things and your mind can truly take over your body and your life. You will see that in Auntie Angie's Cheyenne Affair and The White Horse. Both of the main characters from these stories can't seem to keep their minds off past events or how people used to do things in the past. Like the poem Horse, The aunt in Auntie Angie Cheyenne affair judges everyone she sees based on how people used to act or how she thinks they should act. At the end of the story, she finally starts having a good time because she frees her mind and stops judging everyone. Although the aunt liberated her body from her mind, the main character in The White Horse never learned how to do the same. He never learned how to function in his present because he kept daydreaming about his past. Although it is perfectly fine to daydream, you should also find time to free your mind so that you have time to actually live your life. When I first finished my first draft on my papers for this portfolio, I initially thought that my papers were done and there were no changes needed. But rereading and looking back over my papers allowed me a chance to add more details and to better explain my ideas. Although looking back over your own paper helps to make my paper better, peer revision helps more because people think differently and have their own perspectives. Therefore, more than one mind gets used towards your paper. Peer reviewing is a great opportunity to see what your audience may think about your writing. Like I said earlier, when I first finish writing a paper, I think that it's perfect and nothing else needs to be changed. My thoughts about my paper being perfect quickly gets changed after I read the notes on my paper from my peer review. Although they critique my papers, I do not take offense to their comments. I see it as though their mind works differently than mine. Therefore, they are able to pinpoint things that my mind overlooks. I am appreciative of the comments given in the peer review process because I believe my peers' mind is able to pick up where my mind leaves off, which makes a good quality finished paper. My writing has gotten a lot stronger because I found out that when you go into a writing experience, you should just do it instead of judging the topic or the writing assignment. Judging things did not work out for the Mexicans in Horse or the aunt in Auntie Angie Cheyenne affair. The aunt did not start having fun until she stopped judging and looking at things in a negative aspect. This also goes for my writing process as well. When I finally do a writing assignment, instead of thinking about how much I don't want to do it, I actually start having fun while writing. When I started enjoying writing and stopped overthinking about my assignments, I then instantaneously let my pencil glide across my paper and start to create a good piece of writing.